When we are referring to human rights, two that are very portrayed in this novel is the human right to free speech, and the second one is the human right to information that is has some kind of veracity. Because two of the things that I think were the most important while I was reading the book, the first one is the use of the language. In this book, the government that is presented has completely control over the language, and this is used as a way to control people's free speech, their thoughts, and the way that they express themselves. And the second one is history, which I found really, really, really important because the way we change our society and the way that certain um, acts or facts are presented in history are really important to the way that we comprehend our real world on the world that really surrounded us, and this gives us some kind of perspective. In the book, the facts that have already happened in the past and also in the present are continuously changed so that they create this certain narrative around what the government wants to portray in people and what kind of power they want to implement in them. So for me, it was really important the use of these two. Also, I think it is a very, very interesting novel as a whole because first of all, because of the context that it was written of, and also how does it apply to our national society. Because if we see, there are some kind of bias sometimes in the way we see our media. We are used to see this certain kind of media that is aligned with the way we think, and we also see this kind of problem with different dictatorship or also different kind of regions around the world that do put so certain barriers to the way that information it is put on the internet or a newspaper. All this is really, really quite important and relevant in our, sadly, it's still in our history. So I think I found this book not just as the book itself because of the way that it was doing with the Nazi propaganda in the moment, but how our societies haven't changed quite a bit when it comes to these things. We see it today, we see it also in the way there is a certain perspective in our certain politicians that they have the truth and that they represent the real truth, and how these people have a certain fanatism around them. So yeah, I think it's still a quite relevant novel, and I also think it was really, really quite exciting and interesting to have the opportunity of reading it. So thank you very much.